Welcome, Algebra 1 students and parents, to Mr. Swenson's class. This is me, Mr. Swenson, here, um, performing for you live here. Just going to tell you a little bit about the class, give you a kind of a rundown of what the course is going to be about, some expectations, how to contact me, and just a little bit about me, maybe a little bit. This is Mr. Swenson. I am a local guy. Love the community. Love the area that I grew up in. I grew up in Cottage Grove. Graduated from Park High School in the 1990s. Went to the University of Minnesota. Love the community. Love the area. Have lived here almost my entire life. You'll probably see me around town. Students sometimes see me out running, sometimes out walking. I like hot wings and I like Twins baseball. Kind of a math nerd. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It goes way back forever. I write problems for the high school and state math league. And just in my spare time, just like doing math and reading on math anyway. It's kind of a hobby of mine. For those of you who have older brothers or who have sons or daughters who are thinking about doing the ACT, I run it. And so if you have any questions or any concerns about the ACT, let me know. Other than that, I have a godchild, Haley, and I have one demanding cat, Trouble on Four Paws, Delta, math-inspired name, that will sometimes be my assistant. Some things for your child to bring that you might want to have them be equipped with is an iPad that is charged. Kids, I understand, you're watching movies, you're going through, you're doing homework, you're doing things on your iPad. Sometimes you forget. But again, when you go to bed, make sure that that's charged. Pencil or pen are always good for math classes. Sometimes the iPad is not going to be needed. Some people like to do things in pen or pencil. I'm old school. I like pencil, preferably pencil. Notebook's never a bad thing for notes to go through and have. As far as a calculator goes, this is Algebra 1. You do not need anything fancy for Algebra 1. So if you go down to Target or Walmart and pick up a calculator for, I would say, 10 or 12 bucks, you can get one that'll last you for the next 2 years. For those of you who are going and planning on doing anything a little bit more in depth, you might want to go and do that. You might want to get a graphing calculator. Guidelines for your child: just show up, right? Be there when the bell rings if you're in the hybrid model. Be there when the bell rings if you can make it. If you're at home, that would be great. I'm going to present live daily. Bring your equipment daily. That means your iPad charged. You won't need any cell phones for class. I get it. Today's day and age, everybody has a cell phone. Heck, my 94-year-old grandmother has one. But you really don't need one when you're in the midst of going through and learning the material. Just turn it off, put it on mute, and then answer it when everything's done. Other than that, show consistent effort and be a good person. I think in today's day and age where things are crazy out there, I think if you're a good individual, help others, and you're respectful, I think you'll be fine. I think things will turn out for you. For those of you who are in class, you'll have bathroom passes. Teacher in class who is supervising the class will allow you to go through and do that. I'm going to be a virtual teacher this year, so I will be teaching your son or daughter virtually. Okay, that doesn't mean that I won't be available. I will definitely be available for your son or daughter, but I will not be in the building in person. Bathroom guidelines, same thing as normal. Just ask your supervising teacher who's guiding my kiddos that day in class. Just ask them for a pass. You don't need your bags and you don't need your cell phones when going to the bathroom. You're not taking a camping trip here. You're just going to the bathroom. Retake policies on tests. You're probably wondering, how is Mr. Swenson giving a test out in this class? Well, the tests are going to be on Schoology. Your son or daughter, you guys in class and gals in class will be taking my test online. There'll be a Schoology link. You'll have an hour to complete that. As far as retakes, I do allow retakes, and in fact, some days you have a bad day when you're taking a test. My policy is I want you to learn the material. Okay, your grade is your grade. It's a personal thing, right? So if you show the effort and you want to learn the material, I think anybody can get an A. The better of the two scores is taken, and you have nothing to really lose on it except spending a little bit more time learning the material, which I think is going to benefit you in the long run anyway. The grade in the class is going to be 10% on homework, maybe a quiz or two, and some standard checks that I give out at the end of the period. 90% of the class is going to be based off of exams. There will be no final exam. Exams, as I mentioned in the previous slide, will be you can retake them. Okay, and that's it. That's the key. Daily routine. Each day, Mr. Swenson will be live on Google Meet. So I will present live via the computer to students who are in either first period or second period for me, Algebra 1. I will present the material live for you. Okay? Those of you who are at home, those of your students who are at home, your VLA students, hey, your child is still gonna get the same learning opportunity as anybody else. They're not gonna be kept out. All right, I don't want that. I want your child to be able to see me, be able to ask questions, and have the same opportunities as everybody else who's gonna be there. Okay. As far as students who are not able to make it in class, you're absent, you're sick, you're just not able to make it. I do have a pre-recorded lesson of me going through the material as well, and I'll show you that in the next slide or two. All right, those are the class period times for Mr. Swenson on a regular basis. And if your child's in first period, I will be live from 8:35 to 9:50 to answer all questions. I also teach Algebra 1 second period, so that'll be 10 o'clock to 11:15. That'll be period 2. I'm going to be live. So if your child's in period 1, but oh man, I couldn't make period 1, have them tune in period 2. Okay? And I will be live teaching the material and going through the activities and things like that during that time frame. What is your child's Schoology page going to look like? It's going to look a little bit like this. Each day, students can visit me on the Google Meet, right? The Google Meet link right there. You can see it. The Google Meet right there, that page. There'll be a link in there. Your child will be able to download it into your web browser and get me every day. I'll also be available for questions from 2:45 to 3 o'clock. Those are not the only times that Mr. Swenson will be available. I'll be available periodically here and there throughout the day via email and Schoology. So I do address concerns there as well. The material. Where do I find the course material for Mr. Swenson's class? Go into Schoology, and I have it broken down week by week. Okay, so there'll be a blue folder right here labeled current, and this first week right here is September 8th through September 11th. Go to that week. I have week 1 assignments. You see right here, lesson 1. The first assignment is given on 9/10. Okay, that's Thursday 9/10. And this is the pre-recorded video, just in case you don't make it that day. You're sick, you're out of town, you can't make it. All right. Assignments should be turned into Schoology. Okay. the next school day. If you turn them in the next school day, you should be pretty good to go. Attendance. You're going to see in here little attendance questions for your child to fill out, for students, for you folks to fill out. They're not meant to take very long. I just want to see that you have gone through and that you have attended that day. If you don't fill those out by 3 o'clock that day, I can't mark you present. If you do, you're present. You'll also see in Schoology, and you saw this on the previous slide, right here, a little assignment sheet. Unit 1, I'll have it broken down into units. So what is Mr. Swenson going over the next couple of weeks? It'll be broken down day by day and what your child is going to be doing, whether they're in school or whether they're not. All right? When do I expect the test? This broken down assignment sheet and unit sheet is pretty accurate within a day or two. Sometimes things come up, but it's for the most part very accurate. Your child will be still responsible for the material that they're not there for that day, and so if you're questioning, hey, what did my kid do that day, or hey, what do I need to do that day? What's the main topic for that day, Mr. Swenson? It's all listed right here. Where can I reach Mr. Swenson? I've got some questions for him. Well, you can see me every day. I'm available on Google Meet during the period. You can also reach me by messaging me via email. Students usually like to message me on Schoology, and I'm okay with that. I'm pretty quick on that. I have office hours between 2:45 and 3:30 each day, and so I'm available. This is for both of my hybrid students and my students who are VLA and all students. I'm available any one of those times. Any other appointments? Hey, Mr. Swenson, I don't get back from football, or I don't get back from soccer, or maybe, hey, I've got swimming tonight. Would you? I know this is a lot to ask of you, but could you meet me from 5 to 5:45? As long as you give me notice, Mr. Swenson can be more than happy to go through and help you out if you got something going on. But you got to give me notice on that, folks. Other than that, I hope to make this a good year for you. I hope to be in communication with you folks on a regular basis, and I just want these to be good year. I want this to be a good experience for you. I want your students. I want you to learn the math and just be successful. And that's really what I'm about as a teacher. It's not about what I know. It's about getting you to be the best versions of yourself and to learn a little bit of math right there. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. Take it easy. Bye.